This is Johnny Worldbeater saying hello out there to all my nerdlingers, dorkburgers, geekazoids, and neo-maxi-zoom dweebies. We're starting a little bit late today. Apologies for that. I just managed to get breakfast under my belt, so a bit of a rocky start to the day, I guess you'd say. Anyway, we're getting ready to dive back in for episode 3 this time. Now, this is as I recall, not a particularly lore-heavy episode, so no notes today. We're just gonna wing it again and see how we go. Alright, so without further ado, let's dive in.
Our stories used to be so simple. We had a beginning, a middle, and an end. But ever since we moved to this awful city, everything's gotten so confused.
Look, I didn't kill anyone.
And I'm supposed to just believe you. Snow. I just want you to be careful. I almost lost you once, and...
I'm not yours to lose. I'm not going to be an errand girl for Crane anymore.
She looks like Holly.
It's not Holly, it's her sister Lily.
She was hooking to pay down debt. Eventually, the only people she owed were at her work. You know, that shithole club, the Puddin' and Pie.
My name is Nerissa.
Well, Nerissa, I've got some questions. The open arms.
Oh my god. What is it?
It's Crane.
It's a hell of a shot to pick up on.
Crane? Ugh, God, you think you know a person. Bigby, you have to tell her.
I know!
What's going on? What did you find up there? You know, other than the...
Not now.
I have a right to know. If my wife is...
Honey,
Shit!
Crane's been... Whoa, Bigby, calm down. Everything's going to be fine, okay? It's going to be fine.
Will someone please explain this to me?
Crane has been stalking Snow White. The room is covered in evidence.
That perverted little fucker might be after Snow. I need to find her right now.
Okay, it's going to be okay. Where did you see her last? Did she say where she was going?
She took Holly to the business office to prepare for the funeral.
Lily's funeral?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I was just at the Trip Trap, and I heard Gren telling some folks about a funeral at the Buckingham
the
Bridge.
Trip Trap? Are you drinking?
When?
Right now. They were on their way out.
So, now we've established, since the last episode, that
Wait.
Beauty is working at
What?
a sleazy hotel behind Beast's back,
Snow's been through a
but
lot.
apparently Beast is also going to
Doesn't talk
bars
about. Just
and going to that same hotel
when you
for
tell
no
her.
apparent
And
reason.
You should tell her, but
I know.
no, you don't know. You know how you felt when you saw that picture? Well, it's going to be much worse for her. Just remember that.
So I think there's plenty of guilt to go around here. Am I mistaken, or did that texture just pop in? Alright. Okay. Quick shout out to one of my new followers, Bleppany. Welcome to my world. I've done 3 whole streams now, and I've got 3 whole followers, so I consider that a success.
I'm honored to be asked.
Yeah, so this is not a great place for a funeral, but appropriate, considering it's a large bridge and we're giving a funeral to a troll.
You were part of a very special circle. People she trusted and cared for.
Unfortunately, not a particularly reverent area with all this construction material and porta potties and having to lay a bunch of candles on cinder blocks and everything.
That the memory of Lily will sustain as well. And it will, in time,
And as we're about to find out, there's some other serious problems here.
And it is in that spirit that I'd like to talk about what you've all been so grateful to share with me. Your memories of her. How she could be stubborn and patient, rash and thoughtful.
And over here's our boy
How she
Larry,
carried a
who we
torch for the
saved
old ways,
in
for
episode
tradition,
1.
For pageantry. And most of all, it
This
seems
appears to
how
be a
Lily loved, dearly loved her friends and family.
interesting little
She loved being
offering.
around them.
like
In
a
good times and
shrine, I guess.
I never met Lily, but from what I've
As you
been
can see
told,
again, the reference
in
to
my
the
heart
story
she
of the
would have
Billy
liked to
Goat's
be
Gruff,
And now we'll have our
which seems to be
moment of
a
silence. Thank you.
particular reference to these trolls.
I'll miss worrying about you. I'll miss our fights. I'll miss you. Holly.
I'm not
Bigby,
sure what
is
the
everything okay?
No, not you.
I'm not sure particularly what the reference
Holly,
to
He wasn't fucking invited.
flowers or
Holly,
plants
wait.
is.
He has no
Why they're
right
both
to be
named that
here.
way.
Not after
Lily and
what
Holly?
he did.
Holly, I'm sorry, but I had to come.
You throw my sister down the witching well, and you have the nerve to show your face here? After you lie and say you'll check first?
Holly, wait. That was Crane. Just Crane. He disposed of Lily's body before Bigby could do anything about it. I'm telling you the truth.
Don't cover for him.
But this genuinely wasn't his fault.
You can't tell me Bigby gives a shit about this.
I'm sorry, Holly. I didn't know he put her down the witching well.
Bigby cares, Holly. He's trying to help. And I'm sure he has a very good reason for being here. But this one isn't on him.
Why are you here, anyway? And don't say it's because you care about this.
Everything okay?
I'm here to talk to Snow.
Oh, really?
Yes, Holly, this is serious.
Okay, look. Bigby and I are going to have a little chat far away from the ceremony, all right? Look, Holly, I know how this must...
No, you don't know how this must feel. You have no idea. Don't fuck anything up. Don't bother anybody. And when the first sign of trouble comes, and it will come because you're a goddamn walking trap for it, I want you the fuck out of here. You hear me?
I just want to get Lily's killer, Holly. Nothing more.
Hey,
Let's just
what are
continue.
you two fighting out?
This is such
You play
total
nice over
fucking
there.
bullshit.
You silly kitties.
Go, Holly.
It's your turn to talk.
Yeah, again, so I don't like the way this game kind of locks you out of interactions, either because
This
you
better be
choose the wrong
wildly
one or
important.
because it has a
It's been hard
time
enough
limit
making a
on it.
connection with these people. When you pull this kind of stuff, it just resets the clock.
Snow, Crane is completely obsessed with you.
Oh my god, if this is about how Crane treats me at work...
Just listen to me for a second, all right? I followed a lead to this shithole motel, the Open Arms. Crane had a room there, and he's been taking prostitutes, or at the very least Lily, and making her look like you while he was, you know. He replays your story over and over again.
Yeah, so again, this
I
this
don't even
game
know what to
deals
say
with
right
some
now.
pretty fucked up material.
I really don't. I'm just trying everything I can right now to not picture it. To not picture him.
Some pretty
I'm
dark
sorry, Sal.
subject
And
matter.
I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you.
And again,
Sure, this is what happened?
need to give a
This is
short
what he's been
content
doing?
warning.
Because please, Bigby, don't confuse things. Deposing Crane would be the next step.
Crane has been taking photos.
There's a lot of like
Lots of photos.
Photos that
abusive
show
sexual
him.
workers,
He's been recording his visits with Lily.
God.
sexual content.
Look, let's go back to the
Nothing
business office. I doubt Crane's
explicit
there
outside of
this
a bit of
We
nudity,
need to
and of
talk.
course there's a lot of
This isn't the
violence
Snow,
and occasionally
Marissa, what is it?
depictions
sorry,
of
but
suicide
Holly's
or
asking for you.
attempted
Are they
suicide in
starting
this
the burn?
game. So
Yes.
fair
Everyone
warnings
who
about
spoke should
that
really be present
for
this part.
sensitive
She's
viewers.
kind of distraught.
I'll try
Not
to
leaving yet, are
point
we?
out any specific
minutes.
scenes that
I
are
don't mean to be. No, I understand. It's just that
that
something's
are
come up.
really problematic
No, I get it. Take your time.
or
It won't take long.
particularly heavy.
How'd it go at the motel? Did you find anything?
I did. It helped a lot. Thanks.
Nerissa!
Yeah, coming.
Constable? Wait, easy now, girl. You know how this goes. The first thing in a visit, you say, how do you do? How do you do? That way, it's proper.
Now is really not the time for whatever you Jergovs are planning to do.
Well, isn't that the thing of it? Plans. Except it isn't our plans you should be concerning yourself with. I'm still hurting, you know, from our talk in the cell.
Yeah, don't
And I'll
really
be
give a
honest,
shit.
I'd love nothing more than to carve a sweet poem right into your face for the suffering you've caused me. But I am a professional, and we're here for a job. We'll snip to the chase for all sakes. A little bird told us that you're fitting to go after Crane. And you see, we have an interest in that particular boy. So you leave Crane alone, and we'll leave you alone. Just take a little vacation is all. Don't even have to go anywhere. Just sit in your office and whistle to heaven for a few short days.
You're trying to pull this shit at a funeral? We can deal with this later.
No, not later. Later's too late. Right now. So what's it gonna be? We have a deal? You leave Crane alone, and we leave you to yours? Brother, speak your mind. Fastly now. What's it gonna be?
You think this act you got going scares me? 'Cause it doesn't.
Always wanting to do things
Yeah,
the
you guys
fun way.
really don't know who you're
Ladies,
fucking
gentlemen,
with, do you?
invertebrates, please, rest easy. This is not...
What the hell is going on?
What's happening?
Very sorry to impose, but we only had a deal to work out with Bigby. And we're unhappy to report that things did not go as smoothly as planned.
Bigby, what is he talking about?
Never you mind that, it ain't any of your...
What deal? Stop this shit. Right now.
He hasn't exactly been a good sport about this. Not making our lives any easier.
What did I tell you? What did I say?
Ollie?
Think you motherfuckers could come here uninvited? You think you could just fucking interrupt Lily's funeral?
Calm down, darling. It was just a simple business transaction.
You fucking freaks are not getting away with this.
Holly, don't move.
Yeah, listen to your lady, love.
Ollie, let me handle this.
Yeah, let's spare all the fuss. It's just a dead whore.
I'm gonna kill you!
I got it done.
Yeah, even in this portrayal where they're supposed to be like semi-competent, Tweedledee and Tweedledum are a pair of fucking clown shoes, constantly fucking up everything for everyone.
I did as well as I could to take out the buckshot, but there's still some shards left embedded in your shoulder. They'll eventually worm their way out on their own, but until they do, you're going to be sore.
Bigby, Dr. Swinehart was appointed Fabletown physician for a reason.
It's okay. There's only one thing
Special
you have to
shout
take
out
away from all
to
this. Take it easy.
for the voice actors here, as we take a good long look at this
Don't go looking for any more fights.
prime
straight off
cut
your
piece of beefcake right here.
And try and get some rest.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is she?
She's fine, Bigby.
But our man Swinehart here, played by David Kay, who some of the olds may remember best.
Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act
as the voice of Megatron in
moderation.
Beast Wars,
And more
also
chicken. Your blood pressure's through the proverbial roof.
the voice of Optimus Prime
I'm not the
in
one who
Transformers
creates these
Animated.
situations.
So the first actor, to my knowledge, perhaps even the only actor to have played both the main
Business office.
protagonist and
I know,
antagonist
I'll have to call you back.
in the Transformers series.
The town is starting to find out.
Well, I'll leave you two to it then. Miss White, Bigby.
So, to recap,
Crane watched me through the magic mirror uncover his room at the open arms, and then he smashed it so we couldn't use it ourselves to go after. And we know this because Buffkin was drinking in the rafters. That about cover it?
and once he puts all the pieces back together, it'll be easy to catch Crane. So, I guess that's the plan, currently. But I don't know.
There's no other leads. This is it. Just wait for the mirror.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? I don't know what the Tweedles get out of this. I don't know if Crane sent them. I don't know if... I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but do you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him. I get it, but do you really think he killed those women? Because it's incomprehensible to me.
I'm as confused as you are, to be honest.
Yeah, Crane is kind of a little too much of a Weasley
Doesn't make sense.
toad,
He was
for lack of a better term.
A coward, a liar, and I'll always hate him for that. And
Now,
I hate him for how he...
If he were actually going to kill somebody, he'd do it secondhand.
Prostitutes? Ow! Everything okay over there?
Yes, Miss White. Just cut myself on a piece of the glass. Nothing to worry about.
Like, he clearly doesn't have
Thanks
the
for tonight, by the way.
minerals.
That could have gone really terribly. I mean, even worse than it did. I'm glad you were there.
I just feel bad for Holly, really.
Yeah. Time heals everything eventually. At least, I hope so, for her sake. Can I, ask you a question? It's kind of personal. And I don't want to offend you, but after tonight, it's on my mind.
Why? What's on your mind?
It's just, when stuff hits the fan, like it did tonight, it feels like before we came to the city. It feels kind of like home. And I've heard it said that maybe in some tiny little bottled up way deep inside, you kind of enjoy it when things go wrong. Because it gives you an excuse to just, stop pretending.
Why even bring this up?
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that's kind of a complicated question for kind of a loaded question for Bigby, or at least as I like to interpret the character.
Missing a piece.
Yes,
So we're gonna avoid that question.
It's not here.
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
I'm gonna leave that kind of ambiguous.
I saw Crane pick something up after he smashed it.
Because I think that struggle to be a good person, but also
that's not entirely true.
Or what?
kind of suppress his
We sit around
primal
and wait
predatory
until it mends
nature
itself.
is a fundamental
We have no
aspect of the
idea how long
character.
it'll take. We're just gonna have to do this the hard way.
I'm just saying, waiting is an option.
No. We can't depend on the mirror.
Just forget it. I'll find him myself.
How? We don't know where he went. He had to have left something that tells us where he's going. He's a neat freak, but he was never that smart.
Smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. We can still solve this ourselves. I know
Never mind that. Come help me look.
Hi, Mr. Bigby. I can still help you catch Crane, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I saw him jump on the telephone before he left. He called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is.
His witch?
Yes, it sounded like the one he got his snow glamours from.
You didn't see anything else, did you?
No, not especially.
Why didn't you try and stop him?
What do you want me to do, yank on his hair? I'm only 3 feet tall. There are limits here.
Okay.
I mean, you're actually a flying monkey. There's worse things you can do than just latch on his fucking head.
Look, the whole mirror thing, it's not your fault, all right?
You mean it?
Yeah.
I'll just see if I can do anything about this.
You do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say particularly that there's all that many genuinely good people involved in these stories. There's a few, like Snow is, as I was mentioning last time, probably the most openly honest and altruistic person in the cast. And some of the fables, are also just kind of good people in a bad situation. But there's a lot of kind of moral ambiguity to a lot of these characters. They're rather well rounded in terms of the fact that you have characters like Grendel, who's just a really kind of gruff, hostile asshole, really. But he has a good heart beneath all that. He's trying to look out for his friends and do what's best for them. you've got characters like Toad, who is, kind of self-centered and, what's the word, like, I guess antagonistic. He doesn't get on well with other people, who don't serve his own ends. But he's also very much a caring dad who is looking out for his kid and trying to keep him safe, even if it means being a little harsh with him sometimes. So, like, there's nothing especially black and white about the way that these characters are depicted.
To his room at the Open Arms.
You still haven't told me what was in there.
They're a little more complex than that.
I want to know. I need to know.
Crane was paying Lily to live out a fantasy of him and you together. Forgive me if I spare you the details.
I keep thinking back. I keep replaying moments in my head. Interactions with him when he'd catch me in the elevator or bump into me outside. There's only so much you can repress,
Snow, you couldn't have known.
No, I could have. Come on, let's keep looking.
About Crane, are there any updates on the extra funding I requested? As I explained in my last letter, the conditions here could do with some improvement. I'm seeing some unrest from the residents, and I have to admit that I can see why. The farm should not be a punishment. I'm sure you're busy, but I think this should be made a priority. Best, Wayland Smith. So yeah, that's another reference to the farm, which is basically where the fables who can't pass for human are sent to live, and it's not considered a very good place. It's considered sort of a jail, and they try, I guess, to make it a proper community, but it's just a shithole, and nobody likes actually being there. Like, it's even worse conditions than it is to live out in Fabletown, in the middle of the kind of rundown area of New York. Okay. Cute touch. Kind of unnecessary, but cute touch with the blue ink. Dear Mr. Ichabod Crane, I'm writing to ask again that you please send someone to fix the air conditioning in our unit. It's burning up in this apartment, and Pinocchio's skin is splintering. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's something gross, and I'd really like to fix it. If you'd fix the air like we asked you to 3 months ago. At the very least, provide us with a fan in the meantime. Sincerely, Boy Blue. So Boy Blue is actually another one of the major characters in the comics. He's like a major player among these sort of community authority figures who are in charge of keeping the peace and making sure everything goes smoothly in Fabletown. But for whatever reason, he's been left out of the story. Probably because I think, I mentioned some of the themes that I think this story plays with, being particularly about disguises and deceptions and all that sort of stuff, and Boy Blue, I guess, doesn't quite fit in with that particular narrative, so they probably cut him out in part because it was not really conducive to the story they were telling to have him be a part of it. You know, there's a lot of, I guess, focus on the kind of characters who do wear many masks or hide information. You know, it's kind of a theming behind the kind of character choices that they made. Alright, Mr. Crane, you said you'd pay to have the plaster redone in my building after the incident in 204. It's falling off the fucking walls. Please fix it. I can't rent out that room as it is, and I've already been waiting for days. Not to mention you already promised you'd send someone to fix the big crack in the glass out the front door. Well, guess what? It's worse now. Get your shit together, Mr. Toad.
Did Crane ever do any work?
Only when Cole was around.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure if I open that drawer, that's going to be plot progression. So let's see if there's anything else we want to get out of the way before we move on. Let's have a little chat to Snow.
Buffkin says that he overheard Crane call somebody before he left. Sounds like he's going to see a witch, or his witch. His glamour witch.
Wait, really? None of the 13th floor witches would allow that sort of thing. They must be somewhere in the city. It's something, at least.
Find anything?
No, but there's enough notes and stuff here to take all night. Keep looking. Did you look through that stuff yet?
There's a page here that was torn out.
Oh, yeah? Buffkin, do you know what was here?
It's a ring, at least. Every magical item not retained in the armory is assigned to someone in Fabletown. It must be this witch he is going to see.
Yeah, I only recently heard about this meeting. Why didn't you mention this before?
No one asked me.
Buffkin!
And I'm hungover. I'm sorry. He set the meeting at 2 a.m. tonight.
Good gag. So,
what's going on?
There's our time limit.
Bluebeard, this isn't the time.
Is the mirror fixed or isn't it? You called me
I called just to see if you knew where Crane could be, and that was it, okay? And I'm sorry I said anything more than that.
Well, you did, and I know. The cat's out of the bag. So, can we find the dull pervert or not?
I tried
this
to,
This isn't
but...
your concern.
Bluebeard, get the hell out of here. This is none of your
Why are you even here, Bluebeard?
None of my business? Crane's the murderer. He escaped. It seems he spoiled your every attempt at locating him.
Pretty much,
it's none of my business.
Bluebeard only seems to have a position of authority in
this just isn't the time.
the kind of Fable City Council because he's one of the few rich people. Because he's a pirate. And he has a lot of pirate booty.
A.M.
Listen, Bluebeard, you're not a part of this.
I don't think you're in any position to turn away help.
Yeah, like, why do you even give a shit?
Why do you even care about this?
Why? I'm invested in this enterprise we call Fabletown. Literally invested. Since it's mostly my money that keeps the whole thing running. And tonight I hear that Crane has been killing fables? And there's no system in place to catch him?
Look, we know that Crane is going to see a witch, and it's to acquire a magic ring.
What's the ring?
We don't know what it does or who it's assigned to since Crane tore its page out of the book.
This farce was your ridiculous idea for a plan. I mean, who put you in charge in the first place?
Fixing the mirror was the most logical
You're
thing.
a secretary. He's the sheriff. And none of you were chosen to run this office. Who elected you to make these decisions?
Nobody, but that
Who
doesn't...
elected her to spend my money?
Well, I've been doing that unofficially for years now.
Unofficially is not officially.
Snow can obviously handle this, so let's drop it.
Well then, excuse me for having the Commonwealth in mind.
Yeah, you only care about your own interests, as always, Bluebeard.
All right, let's just look on the bright side. We know Crane is going to see the witch that's been supplying him black market glamours.
Thanks to me.
And that he'll be there at 2. So that gives us a few short hours to find out who it is and where they live and get them all at once.
And a few shorter hours the more you babble about it.
We haven't been the ones babbling.
Yeah. Just point in the direction you want me to check first.
Since Lily used the glamours, she'd have known who the witch was. And I don't think Holly's burned her things yet. It would probably have the address or a phone number or something.
And Bigby is free to go there if he likes. But I think the question you should be asking is just what do the two Tweedles know about this?
It doesn't matter what they know. After tonight, they'd never go to their office.
They're not smart enough to try and go anywhere else.
The Trip Trap is the better option to track the witch down. That has to be our focus.
Look, chances are I'll have to swing by both anyways.
No, chances are you won't have time.
I don't really care what you two do. I'm going to his apartment.
What? You can't just go up there.
And why the hell not?
We already looked for the key, remember? I don't know where it is.
Then I'll pick the blasted lock. I've wasted enough time waiting for the mirror to find him. I won't waste any more.
You just can't go up there alone, all right?
I've no
Yes,
interest in nicking his drapes, my dear.
Doing
That's
a
what
little bit of
concerns you.
looking
What
at these
concerns me is you traipsing
character
through possible
design models
evidence.
as well.
Oh, now it's evidence. Before you had no interest, and now it's a crime scene.
There's some subtle
Just stay
touches
out of it, all right?
here and there
Just
that
mess things up
give a
further.
bit of an indication
can't
to the
get any
characters,
more messed up.
but like
We have to find
besides
the witch, Bluebeard, since that's
the
where
beard
he's going.
and
Or the
the
sniveling weasel chickened out.
earring,
Never went anywhere.
there's
And it's
not a lot
upstairs
of
right now,
indication
this pitiful
as to who
penthouse,
Bluebeard even
crafting
is.
a fort out of couch cushions. Look, this is how a smart person would do it. So this is how we're going to do it. Wherever you go, I'll go to the other.
Like you'd think
I don't
maybe
like
he'd
you
have a
going
tattoo
anywhere
or
unsupervised.
a scar
He's
or
up to
something.
I don't know what it is, but we
Maybe
don't
even
time
have
to
a
really worry about
bigger,
it.
fuller beard. Or
Where are you
like
gonna
some
go?
kind of themed pattern or something on his little vest there. There's not especially a lot
So you leave Crane alone?
telling you
Then
what's
we'll leave
in
you alone.
I'd love to join you, but there's some business I need to attend to.
No, I'm better off dealing with things alone. I don't need
telling you what's
sympathy
going
or
on with Bluebeard.
charity.
Alright, so this is our big choice for this episode. Where do we go first, and what are we going to have the time to do? The Tweedle's office is kind of a dead end. And, like,
I'd love to join
Holly's
you, but there's some
bar
business I need to
doesn't
attend to.
especially give you a lot of
No, I'm better off
information.
dealing with things alone.
But it is worthwhile going there.
Crane alone? Then we'll leave.
But probably
But
Crane's
there's some
apartment
business
is
I
the
need to
most
attend to.
like immediate source
I'd
of
love to join you, but there's some
information.
business I need to attend to.
Also for the fact that it's actually just right here in the
I'd
building,
love to join you, but there's some business
and you're
I
kind
need
of incentivized to get up there as well because Bluebeard's
I'd love to join you, but there's some business I
going
need
to wreck
attend
the scene.
Crane's place is right here. I should check that out first.
Perfect.
And fuck
Now we'll go to
Bluebeard.
those two imbeciles' office.
Crane's penthouse number is 1903. Let me know what you find. I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh,
Where's
and
the
it
door
looks
open?
like somebody's already been to our friend's apartment.
Crane?
What an asshole.
Damn it. Must have missed him.
What kind of asshole has a
his witch here.
bust of his own head? A life-size bust of his own head in his apartment.
Really?
Even Bigby's unimpressed. Uh-huh. Alright, so that's plot advancement over here. So we're going to avoid that, take in some of the other mise en scène. You know, the details in this apartment. I understand why this is here as far as, like, theming. But when you just really think about it, why would Ichabod Crane ever want to be reminded of, of his encounter with the Headless Horseman?
There's a message.
Crane. Look, the Crooked Man isn't happy, compadre, and as much as I like making house calls, I have better ways to use my time. So, if you can go ahead and pay him by Friday, that would be great. Alright? Everybody can stay
Crooked
upright.
Man. This is all I could get. I'm afraid Snow will start to notice. I'll have the rest for you next week. Ichabod Crane. What's going on here?
Yeah, we're confiscating this as evidence.
My dearest Snow, I know you must be aware of my feelings towards you. Watching you work, if I'm unable to control myself, it's because I love you.
Yeah, scummy stalker behavior. So let's grab this key.
Might be useful.
Anything else? No? Just gonna look at it. And
this hasn't been used in years.
Yeah, I suppose that's a reference to the actual bag that he carried when he was a school teacher in the story.
In the old days. I've never seen him that excited. Guess
Yeah,
things
so
have
that's
changed.
old King Cole there, who is basically the mayor.
Math, science, history. If I had to guess, this shit didn't work.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, they really want to hammer it home that this guy is a sleazebag. I'm sure that's based on some famous portrait. But the actual reference there escapes me. So I don't think there's anything else in here. Let's go check out the bedroom. And we'll be subtle. As subtle as a wolf can be. Oh.
Jack.
Where the fuck do you think you're going,
It is
buddy?
Just unbelievable running into you here. I mean, of all the places. This weather, right? A little damp, I guess. But, some people like that sort of thing. I've always wondered, do you get that wet dog smell when it rains? Like, do you have to wear a poncho?
Explain yourself. Now.
Okay. I know what it looks like, but before you go jumping to conclusions, Crane pays me to water his plants when he's gone. It's a stipend.
Bullshit.
You know I need
Bullshit.
I wouldn't do it for free, right? You know me. So, anyways, now that I'm done...
I don't see any plants. Hey!
Oh, no, 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 no.
Okay! You got me. Just take it easy. Don't make a big deal out of this. I'd like to keep all my teeth.
I don't like being lied to.
Okay, okay.
You're not getting down the beanstalk this time, Jackie boy.
I heard Crane was leaving town. I figured he owed us little people a parting gift. Or just me a parting gift.
You heard?
I have my sources, okay? You see how he lives. He doesn't need any of this shit. A little Robin Hooding never hurt anyone, right?
And you heard this from?
Yeah, you're not Robin Hood.
I hear things. What else do you want me to say?
The only person you give the things you steal to is yourself.
To pay. Not like Crane's gonna use any of this stuff. All right?
Are you working for Crane? And tell the truth.
No, I'm not working for anybody. Just take it easy. You know, this tortured, lonely pig-eater bit's gonna get old eventually. Don't you get tired of it? I mean, what are you even doing here? Are you just wandering around Crane's apartment? I mean, what's the point?
I'm investigating.
That's what I do. I also like the character designs on Jack. I'm not sure especially what that...
I mean that.
Not especially, what the t-shirt with the red star is supposed to signify. But he's kind of got a proto-grunge look here with the long hair and the torn-off jean jacket. You know, this is
if it's information you want, I'm the guy to ask.
This story is supposed to be set in like an alternate 80s.
What do you mean?
And he probably conveys that look better than anybody. There's something about his face that reminds me of somebody.
Information comes at a price, though. But I'm sure you already knew that.
How convenient.
Convenient for you, Sheriff.
Yeah, there's a slight, maybe kind of a Patrick Swayze vibe going on.
Let's make ourselves a deal. I tell you about Crane's witch, and you forget you saw me here. One hand washes the other sort of thing. Wipe the whole incident under the rug.
Yeah, how about you just tell me?
Fine. You got a deal.
Perfect.
Now tell me where I can find this witch.
Strong grip. Her name is Auntie Greenleaf. Crane's been trying to keep it under wraps for years. I'm not sure what he's using her for, but if he's not going to the 13th floor, it's gotta be something illegal.
Where can I find her?
Well, you see, the thing is, I don't know where you'd find her, exactly.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
But even a name is a good start, right? I mean, that's more than what you came in with.
Right.
I'll keep my eyes open for you. If I find anything else you might be interested in, I'll be sure to let you know. I think this arrangement can be beneficial to both of us down the line. It was just lovely running into you, Bigby.
Hang on a second.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, just because we got a deal going here doesn't mean I'm gonna let you walk out with any of this stuff. Especially when we've got actual evidence in here.
The white deer.
Do you always talk to yourself like that? The witch uses the white deer on everything. It's her symbol or trademark, I guess. Figured I could sell these at the Lucky Pawn.
The Lucky Pawn?
It's one of the crooked man's places. I work there sometimes. When I need some stability. It's a pawn shop. Get it?
Yeah. You find any more of these?
No.
You want to try that again? That it?
Bigby? Are you still here?
We're done here.
Fine by me.
Who are you talking to? What's he doing here?
Evening, Miss White.
Good evening. What's going on?
He's here to help. Jack had some information about Crane's witch.
Oh, what did you find out?
Her name is Greenleaf.
Auntie Greenleaf.
But he doesn't know where we can find her.
Great. Crane's meeting her at 2 a.m.
Yeah, so apparently the whole anti-Greenleaf thing is more of an urban legend. So I'll get into that in a little bit.
Sleazeball. Do you think this is tied to the murders?
Again,
I guess it doesn't matter yet. We still have to find him.
I think it's connected. Maybe the girls found out
this
about it.
whole world draws from a whole
Crane's meeting
bunch
Greenleaf
of
at 2 a.m.
folklore.
And we have
Whether
no
it's
idea where she
modern
is.
or
We're going to
classical
put it close as it
mythology
is.
or
We
fairy
have to
tales or
figure out
anything.
where he's meeting her.
Wouldn't she be listed in the business office?
I've had Buffkin searching for any unauthorized witches, but so far we haven't found anything. I'll give him the name, but we don't have time to wait around. You should try Holly's. She still has all of Lily's things.
If she hasn't burned it already.
There's still Tweedledee's place. We know they're involved. And we know that's where Bluebeard went. Where do you want to go? We don't have much time.
I'll go to the Trip Trap, see about Lily's things.
Yeah.
I
I need to
that's
go
our best
apologize again for
Sounds
the
good.
complete
I'll give
clusterfuck
Buffkin the name and hope he finds something in
that
the
we
records.
did,
Let me know what he
that
comes
went down at that
I'll be in
funeral as
touch.
well.
I hope you'll do the same.
We'll catch him, Snow.
Hang on, Jack. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, so again, Jack's kind of a scoundrel of what you might call the Han Solo variety. Like, he's not a bad guy, but he ain't a good guy.
She's asleep, you fucking idiot. Read the sign.
Yeah, so that was a bad idea.
We're closed.
Guys, open up. It's the sheriff.
Hey, look, Woody, it's the sheriff.
Yeah, so as you can tell, something's clearly up here
Come on in,
because
buddy.
Gren is smiling.
Brent. What? He's a traveler. A weary traveler in search of some hospitality, right? Right? I mean, you must not be feeling too good after that shit show.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
I want a drink. Anybody else want a drink?
Friend, Swinehart said you shouldn't mix
You
it.
think I give a fuck what that fucking guy says? Or what you say?
Gren, really, you shouldn't drink right now.
I can't hear you when you mumble.
Swinehart told me that Holly was here. I need to talk to her.
Holly's asleep in back, but you won't be able to wake her.
Really?
So we'll probably take a short break
Doc gave them both bar
after this scene.
For the pain.
Look, the deal
And,
is, if you resist going to sleep, like I am right now,
I'll have a bit of a
gives you
talk
a
about
very,
some lore
very, very nice
before I kick
high.
off. And
he said that he shouldn't mix it with alcohol.
yeah, definitely don't mix medication with alcohol under any
Certainly do.
circumstances.
Well, let me tell you something. I haven't felt this good in a long time, fat boy. And I feel like having a drink, okay?
Have you seen her sister's things? What wasn't burned at the funeral? I saw her come in with something, but I didn't see where she put it.
Nope, haven't seen it.
Once again, worth mentioning in a
Funeral
scene
back there? That
with
was a shitty
Woody
fucking send-off
and
for a pretty
Big
okay
B
lady.
that Adam Harrington is playing both roles and is essentially talking to himself.
Okay? Can't say you
I believe it's
being there
Aaron
helped
Harrington.
things much.
Ren, Don't start nothing.
Who's starting anything? I'm not.
Right now, I couldn't give a shit what you think.
No?
No.
Well, I can tell.
That was probably not the right choice I wanted to make, but
I'm too out of it
that
to
option didn't really give us a lot of good choices
I want to
anyway.
clear the air. We're all in this dung heap of a fucking shit town together.
Yep, Adam
We're all
Harrington.
gonna have a toast.
That is the
all of us.
name of the actor.
I'm here for one thing. To look through Lily's belongings and get out of here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you
And
could
I
have
wanna
phrased
help
that a
you,
little more
okay?
delicately.
I will. But first, indulge me. It'll take 2 seconds. As a show of good faith. And after, we'll all hunt and peck for Lily's shit or whatever.
Friend Bigby didn't come here to get loaded with you.
I don't want to get loaded with him. It's just a quick slug. Not gonna hurt anybody. And then we'll, help you out with your thing.
Yeah. Again, Gren's being kind of magnanimous here. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So let's drink a toast to the fallen.
All right, now help me.
Gren, the doc said you needed a rest.
How many times you fucking gonna warn me about it, huh? You're not my fucking mother, so just get off my back!
I said I was sorry.
Yeah, but even stoned out of his gourd, he can't really go 2 minutes without picking a fight.
What more do you want? What else can I fucking say here?
I don't want anything from you, Woody. I want there to be a big black hole where your fat, dumb fucking ass used to be.
What is the problem here? What stupid shit will you both not let go of?
Oh, I forgot. You haven't heard the news. This walking lard cake was paying Holly's sister to let him fuck her behind all of our backs. And Holly had to find out going through all of her sister's shit. What fun that must have been. Trick after trick of this fat ass and Lily.
I didn't plan for that, all right? And our thing, whatever it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't. I never fucked her when she was snowing. I didn't know nothing about that.
No, but you knew Holly would flip out. And you knew for a damn good fucking reason.
You know what? Fuck this. I don't need this shit.
Oh yeah, that's it. Now you're teary-eyed. You were always such a lowlife. I don't know why I never realized it till now. What do you think about this fucking loser, Sheriff?
He can think whatever he wants. I don't give a shit.
No, that's okay, because I'll tell you what he thinks. He thinks you have to pay chicks to touch your fat, hairy ass. That's what he thinks.
Wait. I've got some questions for you.
What possible questions could you have for this piece of shit? Everything's a problem when I want to talk, but when the woodsman's about to leave, it's, oh wait, I have questions.
What do you want?
When you saw Lily, did she ever mention anything about a witch?
No. We didn't talk about work.
All right.
Gren.
Yeah, so
I don't know where Lily
that's another thing. The woodsman and Big B obviously have a complicated relationship.
Sleepwalkers and trolls. I think that's the rule. Maybe ogres too.
If I can't find her stuff, I might...
And
actually,
there's also a heavy implication here that the woodsman actually had feelings for Lily. That their relationship was more than just a, I guess what would you even call it? More than just a sexual thing? All right. And, yeah, finishing that thought. So the whole reason why that Woody was freaking out when in that first episode when Faith showed up instead of Lily, and there we get a good look at the three of them. Obviously,
That you, Woody?
Obviously, Lily being glamored.
Woody, is that you?
No, Holly. It's me, Bigby.
Bigby. Bar's closed. And excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for entertaining. But what the fuck? I know you're not gonna leave. You do what you want. You always do what you want.
But yeah, again, obviously the reason that he freaked out when Faith showed up instead of Lily is because he actually had feelings for Lily, and he's probably drunk and lonely, and then somebody else shows up in Lily's place, and he just kind of freaked out. And obviously here you can see these three together. You know, we've got Faith, Lily, and Nerissa here. You know, they're kind of a trio together. And when we looked back at the board last time, there's that fucker Tweedledum in the background too. I only noticed that.
Give a shit about us.
But yeah, the three of them were kind of
the ones that aren't in that
a tight-knit unit.
High rise. Those of us that gotta work for a living.
You may not believe this, but yeah, I care about everyone.
And that's going to be a significant detail
that, Sheriff. You're
as far as
your friends,
the overall narrative goes.
Friends.
So I'm pretty sure this is the bottle of wine that Crane brought.
Why'd you even come here? There's nothing here to investigate. I can't be any use to you.
I came to say I was sorry, Holly, for the funeral and everything that's happened.
No, you didn't.
I mean, I came here to track a lead, but also that. That's a nice, simple, little poignant gesture there. You know, we didn't know much about Lily, but that brooch is the one thing that's kind of indicative of her.
Be honest, Sheriff. Why are you going after him? The guy that killed Lily. You could have quit a long time ago, but you're still going. Why? Did they give you this job for a reason? Or was this the only thing the business office would let you do?
I'm doing this for Lily. She deserves whatever justice I can get her.
I'll take it.
Yeah, like, obviously Faith we had some kind of personal connection with because of that scene at the beginning of the game.
Glamour on this day.
But the idea I like to go with is that he actually does care about the whole community. And he's not just doing this to find Faith. Pardon the pun, but because he actually does care about all these women that have been killed, all of these fables that have been victimized.
It's on
because of this motherfucker.
1284. It's an apartment complex.
Great. Let's get going. Crane's meeting her in a few minutes.
I told you not to worry.
Right. Listen, we have to hurry. I'll meet you down there.
All right, I'll see you there.
Alright, so the investigation's going pretty well right now.
Bigby! I just got here.
Yeah, me too. It's number 23. I haven't seen it yet.
We're late.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way
This is it.
to
All right.
get to this place without being a few minutes late. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break there, and then when I get back, we're going to be talking a little bit about what lore I've managed to find out about Anti-Greenleaf, and what significance the white deer has to that story. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're back. And we're about to find out what's going on with this Anti-Greenleaf character. So let's take a quick diversion to explore some of the folklore surrounding this character. Apparently, the story is taken as kind of a ghost story, right out of like modern American folklore. So let's have a quick read through of the story that I've got here. Okay. So, Auntie Greenleaf was a scrawny old woman with a wild thatch of gray hair and a crooked nose. She lived in a hut surrounded by pines just outside Brookhaven, and she sold herbal remedies to the folks in town. Mostly people avoided her, except when someone got sick because it was said that Auntie Greenleaf was a witch. Her home remedies worked too well to be natural. Folks figured she had to have help from the devil or one of his familiars. There were many stories whispered in Brookhaven about Auntie Greenleaf. People said she had hexed a farmer's pigs once after he spoke rudely to her, so that they all died, one right after another. One prominent citizen dreamed of Auntie Greenleaf, and the next morning her daughter fell ill with a fever and nearly died. It was also rumored that Auntie Greenleaf and her witch friends crossed the Atlantic in an eggshell and frolicked with the witches in England. Then they put a spell on the eggshell so that it brought them back before the sunrise. In early fall, folks in town began talking about a large, pure white deer that was seen roaming the woods near Brookhaven at night. Several hunting parties were gathered to go after the large animal, but it seemed to be impervious to bullets, and folks began saying it was a phantom deer. Around about that time, several women in town began having trouble with their churning, and a number of cows and pigs began to sicken and die. Folks blamed these incidents on the phantom deer, though each of the people afflicted with trouble had crossed Auntie Greenleaf at some time in the last month. The men of Brookhaven got up a hunting party to chase down the animal. They were gone all day and well into the night. Finally, they spotted the white deer. It was the largest deer any of them had ever seen, and was fast, too. They couldn't keep up with it. The men got several good shots in and swore that at least one of them hit the deer, but it just kept running. They returned home, empty-handed. One local farmer became obsessed with the white deer. Every moment he could spare from his work, the farmer would take his gun and go hunting in the woods around the town. He saw the white deer several times, but his shots always seemed to go astray. Finally, he decided the white deer must be a witch of some sort. The farmer melted silver to make bullets, and then he took his gun and went out hunting the white deer. He managed to make 3 shots with the silver bullets, and the white deer actually stumbled, as if one of the shots had hit it. Then it jerked upright and ran away. He tracked it almost to Auntie Greenleaf's hut, but they had lost it in the dark somehow, which was mighty strange, seeing as the deer was pure white. The next day, the farmer learned that Auntie Greenleaf was ill. For the moment she took to her bed, the local farm animals stopped dying. The families who were having trouble with their churning were back to normal. Less than a week later, Auntie Greenleaf died. The doctor who cared for her told the minister he found 3 silver bullets in her spine. After the death of Auntie Greenleaf, the phantom white deer was never heard of or seen again in Brookhaven. So that's obviously what the white deer imagery has to do with Auntie Greenleaf. And I was wondering, of course, why I hadn't actually heard of this character before, or and any of the fairy tales surrounding it. Because it's obviously more of an obscure character, and it's, again, one of those urban legends that that's kind of still drawing from, that the Fables world is still kind of drawing from, but, you know, it's an obscure detail. You know, it's not one that most people are going to know about. And a lot of those characters, you'll find a lot of these a lot of these stories you will find, a lot of these characters you will find, have those kind of obscure backgrounds that you have to really go hunting to find the roots of. You know? It's easy to know who characters like Mr. Toad or the Big Bad Wolf or Snow White or any of those are, because those are common stories. Those are commonly remembered in sort of fuck, what's the word I'm thinking of? The public domain, I guess. But it's when you really start digging into these other stories from folklore, not just in America, but from all around the world, in various different stages, that you get into the really interesting stuff. You know, and you get into these really kind of mysterious characters who either have very little power or prominence in this world, or have kind of like I guess mysterious secret powers that have gone unknown and undiscovered for many years. Okay, so now that we know what the story of Auntie Greenleaf entails, let's see how this plays out.
Hear anything?
If anyone's in there, they're being awfully quiet.
Hello?
Huh.
Hi.
Well, hi, little girl.
Woke me up.
Weren't expecting to see you here.
Is something wrong?
Well, pardon the intrusion. I wasn't aware this was a Munchkin's house.
No, Dorothy, it isn't.
Sharp kid.
Dorothy's a girl's name, you know. And, if I was any less secure in my manhood, I might take it as an insult. What's your name?
Rachel? What's yours? Just so we're not strangers.
Dearie, I'm the Big Bad Wolf.
Big B.
Really? Wow. I've heard about you.
Have you?
All about how the woodsman cut you open, fed you rocks for dinner, and then threw you into the ocean. And you can't even swim! Did it leave a scar? Can I see it? Are you and the woodsman friends? I heard somewhere that you guys are friends. But I mean, I wouldn't think you'd be friends after something like that.
Okay, kid. Look, I'll make you a deal. If you're good, I'll give you a whole demonstration. I'll be me, and you'll be the grandmother. Though, I don't know if Miss White here would necessarily approve.
Okay, deal. Is there anything you need? I'm not allowed to let people in.
We're looking for a man. A skinny, pale, nervous fella. Have you seen him?
My art teacher says men are a waste of time.
Do you go to school?
Sometimes. Is there something you want? I don't think I can really help you. Maybe come back in the morning.
Rachel, do you mind if I take just a quick peek around?
We'll be very quick, and he won't touch anything.
I've been here all night. Nobody's been here. Okay, Mr. Wolf. I'm gonna trust you not to break anything. Don't get me in trouble.
What are we looking for specifically?
Cute kid.
Crane, you could still be here.
No one's been over all night, so...
He's just going to check. It'll only take a moment.
Not here.
There's no one here but me.
Interesting.
Where do you buy your clothes? How much longer do you think it'll be?
Somebody obviously does a lot of carpentry here. In fact, you'd think you could get a better look at this table.
Oh?
It was a pretty one.
But you can't. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Ooh.
The butcher.
What's
Who's
that?
the butcher then?
Package. Having to do with someone called the butcher. It's empty. There's nothing that looks like Crane was here either.
Nothing?
See?
This kid's a little bit of a brat.
Do you like broccoli?
Not really.
I love it.
You got anything else to
Any
say?
pets?
Not technically.
Get it? Yeah.
That your mom?
Uh-huh.
So that tree seems to have a prominent place in the apartment here. So might
Who is
leave
this
that.
Birdman, anyway?
Just a guy.
There's definitely a lot of mystical energy around here, mystical theming around here. We've got the white deers up here, the deer skull.
Your mom a hunter?
Oh no, she never... That was found in the woods around Dick's Mountain, I think.
It's pretty
So
rare
it
to see a
seems
burner
like
this.
we're in the right place.
Dowdy. That's how we like it.
Let me guess. Big band or classical?
Honky tonk.
No accounting for taste.
Got anything else to say, kid?
Sometimes, when I concentrate, I can hear the park animals' dreams floating in through the walls.
Wow, that's, nice.
I can have my mom call you later or something.
Yeah, some good little pieces of
I really should be going back to bed.
like ADR, just kind of unimportant dialogue, but gives you a good sense of like characterization. All right, let's see what's going on with this tree. Like this is a little more than your average house plant.
Mommy uses that to carve her trinkets. It's from the old world.
Trinkets? Like glamours?
Damn it.
Shouldn't say that.
Nothing.
Getting whiffs of that aftershave of his.
I do too.
Cute kid.
Can I go to bed now? Please?
Is that a glamour tube?
Mommy really doesn't let anyone play with that. Trust me, I've tried. please, please, just put that back exactly where you found it. No one is allowed to play with that.
It's all right, honey. Bigby's not going to break
No,
it.
you don't understand. She will freak out if she discovers I've let people in here and let them touch her stuff, okay? She checks all the time to see if things move. I don't want to get in trouble. Look, I'm already grounded. Just put it back exactly where it was, please.
I'm not gonna break it. I just want to open it.
No! Put it down! Please, don't! This isn't what you think! You gotta believe me. That guy isn't here, I promise!
It's gonna be okay, Rachel.
This seems to be kind of an extreme reaction, don't you
I
think?
don't want to get in trouble.
Auntie Greenleaf.
Ooh.
It hurts when you do it that fast. What? Not sprightly enough?
Why Rachel? Why the little girl?
I don't think that's any of your business, Wolf.
Why?
How about because it works? That's why. That good enough for you? Even worked on you? Didn't know you had a soft spot for children.
All right, start explaining. And from the beginning.
I was born in the woods to a jackal and a deer.
Not that.
Please, Greenleaf, just help us catch Crane. That's all we care about.
That's not all we care about.
Snow?
You were nicer than I thought you would be when I was her.
I'm good with kids.
But if
I like
help
kids.
you, I can promise that help will not go unpunished. There's powers at work here beyond your pathetic authority.
Whatever it is, Greenleaf, whatever it is that's keeping you from saying something, you have to forget it. This is more important.
Is it?
We can protect you, okay? Whatever it is you're afraid of, we can make sure that it won't come to pass.
You have no idea what's going on, do you?
Okay, you know what I think? I think we've been more than patient with you. This witch has been selling illegal glamours that continue to undermine everything we've built. She's harboring a fugitive that took advantage of it, and now she's resisting every attempt to make things right. I frankly don't give a crap if she's afraid for her life. We can at least make sure she never hurts us again. We're destroying the tree.
No! How dare you come in here and threaten to take from me the one thing that... That tree is ancient. It's part of the family, and it's the only thing paying for this shithole apartment. And the Fables, who can't afford the glamours from you, come to me for help. Without them, where do you think they could go?
Don't give me that. You're making money off of other people's misery.
There's a little bit of an extreme reaction here, Snow. Almost like you're,
You think I like being the old woman in these stories?
almost like you're
The
taking
men are heroes, the ladies are
taking it
whores,
personally.
And the old hags like me get to watch
that
everyone
one of these
they
glamour
love
tubes
die.
was used to
different ways of handling our fate.
replicate you
To handle it too.
for a sexual
As
fantasy.
an excuse to wreck people's lives.
I'm sorry, Sheriff, but please, don't do this.
Isn't there another way? She's a witch. Can't she just work for us? That way she'd be official.
You want to reward her for criminal behavior? We can't trust this woman on the 13th floor.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's
I'd never
not
do
really
it.
rewarding
Not a house
people.
cat, and I don't play well
I mean, it's
with dogs.
taking
No
away
one would confuse you for a cuddly animal. Bigby, this is an order.
it's taking
Burn the tree.
taking away
No,
a black
no,
market
I'll tell you. Crane was here. He was here, and he left.
avenue.
He went to the pudding and pie to try to use my ring on the girls over there to get information.
What does the ring do?
He thinks it's the ring of dispel. You know, that it will pierce the protection around the girl's speech. He says pulling the truth out of them will prove his innocence. It won't, though. Damn thing lost its power decades ago.
I'm sorry, but
You already
we still
said
can't let you keep
this
the tree. It wouldn't be right if
woman
it was
already said that she's
Bigby.
only doing this.
Please, Sheriff. Don't.
Today's your lucky day, Green.
She's only doing this out of desperation.
Business office's newest witch in residence.
Bigby!
Yeah, so we're gonna
Witches
cut
over
off
there
this.
are trouble, and we have a glamour shortage as it is. Makes
We're
the
gonna
most
get
sense.
cut off the supply line and
You
make
get
it
to
a part
keep
of
your
our own.
fucking tree.
Just don't expect me to
community
bow down
service
to a little
thing.
woman here.
Don't
Also,
think for a
he
second
did
that
tell
this is
us.
over.
She did tell us what we needed to know.
Truck's gonna show up here or something?
Something.
And it's a way for us to keep an eye on her and make sure she doesn't step out of line. Also, like, it is just beneficial in the game universe to keep her around. And by the way, that was one of the more famous voice actors, Laura Bailey, playing both roles there as Rachel and Auntie Greenleaf, as the that car just blinks out of existence. Another little foible of the Telltale engine.
No, it's nothing you need to concern yourself with. I don't think so, at least. Shit. Hold on. Sheriff, is there something more I can help you with? Decided you want a taste of the wares? Oh, I see. Come to audition, you bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck, man!
First of all, don't fucking talk about Snow that way. And don't use the B word around me, fuckboy.
You can't just go in there.
Yeah, I can.
We have a problem.
Especially when you're hoarding a fugitive.
Mr. Crane, please. She can't help.
I know you know what the plan is. I won't be held accountable for this.
Oh my god, Bigby!
Wait, don't!
Yeah, I'm gonna need a real good reason not to beat the shit out of this dude right now.
These girls, the girls, they'll back me up. I just have to get the stupid ring working, that's all. They can't talk because of that spell. But once this ring gets through, I'll know what's going on and this whole thing will be over.
Ring don't work, pal.
Please. I'm innocent. Completely innocent. It's just let me show you.
I mean, you're clearly not completely innocent.
What? No. This will work. I assure you, it must. I wouldn't did you. Damn you, come on.
I mean, you might not have committed the murder, but you're clearly committing some serious crimes. And you're using the city council to get away with it. You sad, pathetic little man.
What?
How many years has this been going on?
Too many. But I didn't kill those women, Bigby. Please, I had nothing to do with that. It just, oh God.
Are you all right?
We found the photos of you and Lily.
I know. That was. I just love you, Snow. I love you, and I'm sorry I'm not Prince Charming, okay? I'm sorry I didn't cheat on you and run away to Europe.
You don't love me, Crane. I know what this is. I've seen it before. It is not love. Bigby? I don't think he did it.
What?
Look at him. Do you really think this man murdered these women? He's not... He wouldn't be brave enough.
Yeah, he's a gutless
not
turd.
to put his stamp on the world like that. He's a disgusting coward, not a murderer.
Thank you, my dear. It means so much to...
Shut up. Don't talk to me.
Okay.
We've been chasing this guy. Just... why now?
Because look at him. You said you found evidence of him defrauding Fabletown, of using our money for his own ambitions. That's one thing. But don't you have doubts he's a murderer? We've both known him for so long.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Did you see how he was acting when you showed up?
Yes, I know how this...
Why would he even come here if he wasn't covering his tracks?
He thought he was being framed. And maybe he is.
This fuck-up knows more than he's saying.
I don't.
Yes,
You-
okay, he
you clearly
probably
do.
does. But there's a difference between being involved and being the guy who did it.
Okay, but if Crane didn't kill Faith and Lily, I'm sorry, but who the hell did? You know, when I saw you come back here, I thought this was over.
Now, I know, and I'm sorry, but...
If the killer's still out there, I want to know who it is.
This whole thing is bigger than Crane. He wouldn't have the stones to
Yeah, also, we know he's being extorted
Somebody else
for money.
is involved.
Well, shit.
I didn't intend for any of this to get so...
So this clearly goes higher even than the top of Fabletown's
Yeah.
office.
We're not gonna kill you, so quit your shivering. Ichabod Crane, you are under arrest for the misappropriation of Fabletown funds. You have the right to counsel, the right to depose witnesses, but as of right now, you're coming with us.
You are extraordinarily lucky Miss White was here to save your ass. Because if it was up to me, I'd have your head swinging from the Washington Bridge.
Okay, Sheriff, that's enough. This can't be Greenleaf again and again, behaving however you like, acting without constraint. You have to respect this office, Bigby, and you have to respect me as its leader, starting now.
Yeah. I respect your decisions when they're clearly, like, reasonable. When you're clearly not doing it out of petty revenge.
Before you have to give up something you care about just so the wheels don't fall off the goddamn wagon.
I did the best I could with what I had, and the town took everything it could out of me. If I maybe took a little something back in return, then so be it. I have no regrets.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, that's not how that works,
we're
dude.
better at this than you are.
Funky vibe. Alright, now, fair warning, this scene especially, first of all, it's going to be the final scene of the episode, but it's also going to get extremely violent. I can guarantee you that. There's gonna be trouble right here in River City.
Hi. What you got there?
Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with B, and that stands for we're in a bunch of trouble.
Look, it's recently come under our attention that you're, how shall I put this, attempting to claim what is the personal property of the Crooked Man. He's about yay high, 120 odd pounds, kissed his sheets until he was 14. Sound familiar?
So this young lady here is going to be pretty much our primary antagonist, you know, our rival character here.
Speak English?
If I were you, I'd get out of the way.
No. That's not how this works.
And like,
How this
she's
works
pretty good.
is you are going to
She's
walk Crane over here.
she's a good sort of character as far as like the tough,
Shut up.
you know, the enforcer of the main villain, and she's a good match for Bigby, unlike an actual like
Bloody Mary.
combative
why they call me that.
level.
Some of them, they think it's funny to have their little
And once again, Bloody Mary, of course, being one of the
they find it less funny when I actually show up and
darker urban legends. But, like, she's also kind of, as we would say, a tryhard.
I like my job. So think about what I'm gonna do to you, your girl, and the rest of your friends if you don't hand over the sock puppet now.
Like, they tried a little too hard to make her creepy and intimidating.
I told you he'd
And
never
it's
just
like
give him up.
just effective enough, but it's also a little cheesy and kind of undercuts its own menace. She comes off a little more corny than threatening.
Bigby?
There's some little character choices in here that could be done a little more effectively. This, though, is a quite effective scene as far as getting over an intimidating presence, just walking forward through a hail of gunshots. And it really shows how Bigby is not to be fucked with. Now we're gonna get a real hint of what the big bad wolf is made of. Like, you motherfuckers did not who you were fucking. Did not know who you were fucking with. See you later, fucker. Yeah, shooting me wasn't gonna work. How'd you think a club was gonna work? You called down the thunder, well now you got it. You wanna see what the big bad wolf is really made of? I'm a predator, motherfucker. I'm a monster.
It was a good show, but, you know, it just didn't know when to end.
Yeah, I'm not sure why or how exactly she got the wolfman, the woodsman's axe. But again, yeah, this is a big example of trying a little too hard with this character, doing the fucking Freddy Krueger drag across the raw.
Can you argue with these results?
Like, again, the way that silver bullets, you know, again, fiction being used, various different fictions being used and all being kind of canonically true.
Just take him, okay? Take Crane. Just stop, please.
But yeah, the more this goes on,
Yeah, I don't know.
the more this
Stay out of this.
series goes on, and the more you see of what Bigby is actually capable of, the less of a threat anybody actually looks like in comparison, because, like, this isn't even Bigby's final form, if you will.
Got a stomachache?
Like, all your posturing, all your, veiled threats and stuff doesn't really compare to what I can actually do.
Between us girls, Crane ain't no killer. I mean,
Like, you just kind of won this fight because I was distracted, and you took advantage of it. Which is kind of what you need at this point in any any story. The hero can't win the first fight with their big opponent, because if they just won the fight right out, there's no kind of drama. There's no tension around the conflict.
See you around.
So yeah, we gotta lose that fight so we can win the fight later.
He's lucky to be alive, and he won't be next time if he keeps going like this.
This is getting worse by the minute. We don't have time to sit around and wait for their next move.
I'll get things under control. Woody, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Back off, dog. This doesn't concern you.
What you want to talk about?
I just wanted to, about last night.
When people hear what you did to Dom, they're going to think you've gone back to your old ways.
Don't hold out on me, Jack. You've
Again,
always got some angle.
Not this time.
Technically, self-defense, so manslaughter. But yeah, we want to do that.
You don't want it.
We want to do that characterization of Bigby as a predator, a monster, a vicious, apex, carnivorous creature that is only being barely contained by Bigby's own willpower. And when you put that to the test, it doesn't always work out. Okay, so we're gonna find somebody to raid now, because we need to remember to do that. And yep, so thank you for joining. Until next time, stay positive, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you on the other side. Love and rockets, babies.